I had a CIA agent on last week, Mike Baker. I think his name is Michael Baker, and interview hasn't come out yet, but it'll come out here soon. And I was speaking to him. I said, question for you on who is the best, secret agency, intelligence agency in the world. Of course, we got CIA, MI6, Mossad, all these other ones that are out there. Which one would you say is the best one? Is it Israel? Is it ours? Is it UK's? And he said it's US's agency that's better than everybody else. Of course, you have to say that because that's who you represented. You were part of it for nearly 20 years. But here's a question for you. How superior is China's intelligence agency today? Because that name is never dropped amongst the other MI6. Is China kind of looking around saying, please don't put us on that list, because we kind of like the fact that none of you guys know how far ahead we are of you, how much more advanced we are of you, because all the three names you're talking about, they're innocent. We're willing to go places that they're not willing to go. How would you describe to the average person? You've lived in China, I think, twice. One time you went there you were in the Air Force, and then you came back and you went back again and you were a general in the Air Force. So you've been studying the topic of China for quite some time. Matter of fact, when you were the senior director one time at the National Security Council, you got up to kind of give a briefing to everybody about why China is really the biggest enemy. And you had McConnell sitting on one side, Biden sitting on one side. One's a Republican whose wife has got family over there with the big construction company. And you got Biden, obviously, with his son having a relationship with China. And then 6 months later, they fire you. Maybe you triggered something when you said that. But how strong is their secret, intelligence agency against all the other ones in the world?
Well, I think it's a strength of their system, and it's a fact that everything and everybody is responsive to requests by the Chinese Communist Party. If you're a student, if you run a company, I don't know if you remember, but if you're a billionaire in China, you can just be disappeared. Look at Jack Ma, look at a bunch of other billionaires that have basically found themselves out of power. So their system is one in which the party requires people to do things and doesn't take no for an answer. And so, we think of, if you get hired by the CIA, that's one thing. If you're running a company, you're not part of the government, you're not supposed to be doing anything funny business. The Chinese Communist Party doesn't see the world that way. And in fact, they enlist everybody, the entire population, in one way or another. They either use indoctrination to basically, give a party line, but they also use the fact that, Chinese companies are global. They use the fact that the market of China is an incredible draw for other companies. So one of the things that just recently happened, I don't know if you saw, Shanghai Expo, a girl gets up on top of a Tesla and starts jumping up and down and saying the brakes are bad and I got bad service from Tesla. What happens? So do they smash that protest? You remember, this is a country that killed 10,000 people in Tiananmen Square. No, they videotape it and it goes on national media all over China. And then it's picked up on social media. Don't buy Tesla cars, buy Chinese electric. Tesla's the number one selling electric vehicle in the market in China. Now they're down 27%. It's falling like a brick. What are they doing there? What was that about? So who is the target ultimately of that attack? The target, I would say, of that attack is Elon Musk. And the target of that attack is not so much Tesla, I believe, as it is SpaceX. Why? SpaceX is building Starlink. What could Starlink do? Starlink could transmit into the mainland China and provide internet to the people of China. I think that's one of the things that the Chinese Communist Party is concerned about. And so they basically want to send a lesson to Elon Musk. And now, he's trapped. He's basically sold the market on the fact that he's going to have all these sales in China. They've got him. They've hooked him. And this is what they do. I've seen it over and over and over again. They wait till they got you. They got you hooked, and then they start to turn the screws. And you don't even know what they're trying to get right now. And then I saw a report. The officials at Tesla are trying to figure out, what do they even want? They may not even tell you what they want. until they've let you kind of swing a little bit. So this is the problem with the Chinese Communist Party is it's not just they have impeccable intelligence services because they collect so much data on us and have AI that they run. In fact, they say they want to become the Saudi Arabia of data for their AI, their ability to collect intelligence on us from your smartphone, everything around you. So they have an incredible machine that is merged with their commercial sector in a way that quite frankly, we don't understand. And we don't look at Jack Ma and say, hey, Jack Ma is not only working for the Chinese Communist Party, he's also working for Alibaba. So, you didn't even know he was a communist member until he came out and said so. And then, of course, they deposed him from his role as CEO. So this is a system. It's a far, far more dangerous system than we've ever faced because we've allowed it to come into our midst.
So the concern is if Elon Musk does what he wants to do and he provides free internet for the folks in China, they may be able to get on Facebook, Twitter, create those kind of accounts where folks around the world can really see what's going on in China rather than being able to control and silence everyone in China. Is that kind of what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.